Okay guys, I know I said I wasn't going to do another Ford PAP system video, but no, I'm not in a truck. I got loaded up with stuff I got to get rid of. But ever since I did that video with the gauge cluster repair, I have not seen the anti-theft light come on. So I'll definitely keep you guys updated. I figured, you know what, I'm going to keep going with it. After all, I don't want to say that I found the solution to my problem just yet, because whenever it reacted, it was really cold out, and cold weather plays a very big factor in any electrical system, regardless of what it is. It don't even have to be car related. So for now, I'm going to assume if you have that same particular problem that I had, where the odometer was going in and out, and then all of a sudden the anti-theft light comes on, but everything's running fine, you more likely have a problem with the gauge cluster, apparently. I also found out in that video too, is what I've been hearing was true, that there is a relationship between the gauge cluster and the PAT system. So you got to be careful in how you handle your little problem with your dash. You can change out the motors for the gauges themselves with no problem, and obviously you can change out that odometer piece that I had changed out to fix mine. I do know that there was like a soldering issue with some chips on some of those dashboards, which I did by chance solder the one prong. There is another video out there on YouTube that showed me that. I can't particularly remember who it was that put it out there, but if you look it up, you'll find it. I don't know if that was what cured the anti-theft problem or not, but I'm not going to rule out the possibility of the odometer malfunctioning, and then I fixed it with another one. Obviously, I just used a used one, but if that cured the problem, I've been hearing them people say something about along the lines of when something like that occurs, you have to replace the gauge cluster itself. That may not be the case all the time, apparently, because, like I said, that light hasn't come back on at all. So I guess I'll just keep you guys updated, so whenever something does occur, then I can reevaluate what's going on. I know there's somebody that subscribed to me. I can't remember their name offhand, but they had a truck just like mine, and it was doing the same thing. If you're watching, if you by chance come across this, keep those in mind, dude. You may want to open it up and take a peek. It ain't gonna hurt to just open it up and look, as long as you don't break anything. This is how I really learned how to work on stuff. Yeah, I went to school and I had a bunch of older guys show me some stuff, but I found out the only true way you're going to learn how to mess around with cars and get any type of knowledge whatsoever is rip it apart, look at it yourself. I'm not trying to encourage anybody to do that. Saying, you know, there comes a point where you need to make yourself comfortable, where you're able to pull something apart yourself and have a look and educate yourself, educate yourself. Don't just follow just one video on YouTube. Watch Mini. Also, do your research other places on the internet. Car forums. You gotta be very careful. I've seen some people say some pretty dumb stuff, but it happens. It happens. Another good source would be, well, if you can find a friendly dealership that's willing to talk to you, is to ask them, obviously. They know more about that whole system and your truck in general than any book really out there. Not trying to knock down on books either. Those are also a good source. I've learned so much stuff outside of school. It was just unreal. Like whenever I went to school, they didn't even teach carburetors anymore. I had to learn that on my own. And I'm still learning a few things from it too, because there's all kinds of little tricks to the trade that these old timers, you know, I wish more of them would be able to get on here and show their tricks, show us their knowledge, because hey, I'm car maniac. I want to see every piece of automotive equipment still out there. Still, you know, I want to see it around. I guess I'm an auto buff, history buff rather. But that technology in the past was amazing, and if you learn the old stuff, it makes it a whole lot easier to understand these new things. It's just unbelievable how much more I know about my electronical driven cars by going back to the old basics. Unreal. The carburetor days was the true tuning days. And let me just say that I'm not knocking the new technology. It is by far some of the best stuff we have put out there. As far as performance is concerned, because see, with the old mechanical days, you make adjustment and then the weather changes. Guess what? It's out of whack, because you can't just, you know, it doesn't automatically adjust. So with that said, yeah, the stuff we're putting out today is a lot better, but it comes with a hell of a lot more headaches. I seen Eric the car guy. He was talking about that, you know, and I had to agree with him. You know, like them older cars, you couldn't beat them. But performance-wise, there is a lot of stuff you have to do in order to do whatever it is you want to do with these newer cars, and there's a lot more planning. See, with our old carbureted cars, yeah, you can just like Eric said, you can just throw on a different intake carburetor, boom, instant power change. You still had to worry about the other essentials, you know, making your car faster. The best thing to do is work on its foundation, the suspension, the chassis. Work on that first. You'd be surprised how much better your car will run, how much faster you can go just by simply doing that. Handling is key. That's why Mustang and Camaro, they've had a clash for decades, damn near centuries now. I would say, but that was it. It was all about Mustang was more about the suspension back then versus the Camaro. The Camaro was about power. That tide has changed, kinda. I want to, you know, everybody everybody can have their little argument about that. I don't care. I love all them cars. They're fantastic. I've never had the chance and opportunity to own a Camaro or a Firebird, Trans Am, whatever you want to call those cars. But I have owned a few Mustangs, and I absolutely love them. That's actually what converted me from being a General Motors guy to being the all-around guy. A lot of people want to debate, oh yeah, they're junk, that's junk, this junk. No. They all make a good one, they all make a bad one. The thing about the bad ones, though, and Eric the car guy's actually doing one right now, is the Ford Fairmont. Ugly as sin, but it has potential. You just got to educate yourself exactly what he did with that car. He educated himself, and he gets done with that car. He's going to make a lot of people feel bad. I knew a guy that did a Fairmont one time, put a 351 Windsor. Now, he went carbureted, naturally aspirated. He didn't put no turbo on it or anything. But he did that, and he cut a hole out in the floor and put in standard transmission. I think it was just a world-class T5. The axle, I think he did go find a Ford 9-inch and had it cut down to size and put under there. I can't remember what gears he was running. All I can tell you is that car rocked the road. It was unbelievable. It's a good example of a crappy car that can become a fantastic car. Anyway, I got way off base there. I guess I'm just doing myself a little ramble, I guess we'll call it. I ain't gonna call it a rant, because I always think of a rant as bad-mouthing something, or I don't know, downgrading a brand. I'm not doing that. That's not me. It used to be. It used to be at one time. Believe me, I had a 78 Monte Carlo. I've taken out like 5 or 6 Mustangs before I found one that could kick my ass. They were not happy about that. That's not a car that you would expect to be able to hang with a pony car, as they call them. But I knew some old guys that knew a few things, so. Damn, I missed that car. I miss my Mustangs too. I guess you guys are getting to see a little personality out of me on this one. Alright, before I start getting emotional.